So tatheti tathastviti devairukta vak tebhyah artibhyah arthaya udagayat udganam kritavati. So when gods requested Vagdevata to recite for them Udgita, then Vagdevata recited it, and Kah punarasau devebhyah arthaya udgana karmana vacha nivartitaha kari visheshaha ityuchyate yo vachi nimitta bhutayam vagadi samudayasya ya upakara nishpadyate vadanadi vyaparena sayeva. You know, when a vak tells the truth, etc., whatever punya is gained, whatever the kalyanam, whatever the well-being, whatever the fruit is gained, it is shared by all the faculties. That is what is called bhogaha. Because Vagdevata, when it does the right, when it speaks truth, it gets punya. And that goes for honor. So it recited Udgita. Out of the 12 mantras, it recited 3 mantras for the benefit of all, and it recited 9 mantras for the benefit of itself, specially. Therefore, that bhoga means the common good. Sarvesham hiyasam vagvadana vinirvrittaha bhogaha phalam tam bhogam satrishu pavamaneshu kritva avisishteshu navasu stotreshu vach. Vachanikama Vachanikam arpijya phalam ritpijya. Arpijya phalam, ठीक है. Vachanika artvijya phalam. So the three mantras, when the vak recites, it goes to for the well-being of all other devatas. But navasu strotreshu tam bhogam sa trishu pavamani. Those mantras technically are called pavamana. Pavamana means purificatory. The name is Pavamana. Among the 12 Pavamanas, you can remember it doesn't matter at all. Pavamanas. Trishu Pavamaneshu Kritva Avasishteshu Navasu, and in the remaining 9 Pavamanas, they are all stotras, stotreshu. Vachanikam, pertaining to the vak, artvijyam, pertaining to the ritvik, the priest, the fruit that goes to the priest. Here who is the priest? Vagdevata is the priest. Artvijyam phalam yat kalyanam shobhanam vadati, and that fruit is in the form of the clear speaking on the part of the health of the speech. Yat kalyanam shobhanam vadati varnana bhi nirvartayati tad atmane mahyameva. Up to that. You know, one is common good, the other is good for itself. That is why every priest, he recites some mantras for others, for the Yajamana, and some mantras for himself. It is there. And when Vagdevata recites 9 mantras for itself, what is the good that it gets? Clear articulation. Means Shobhanam vadati. Kalyanam Shobhanam vadati. The clear articulation on the part of the speech, the clear lucid articulation on the part of the speech is the fruit that goes to the speech. That results from the 9 mantras. Tadhi asadharanam. Acha, where are we? We are doing something. मैं तो लोगों को बोलता हूँ माता जी आपका दिमाग तो ठीक है. I think this question I should ask myself. महाराज जी आपका दिमाग ठीक है? Sarvo jnana karmasam. This is a great point we were missing, my God. You know, the karma, upasana, all these things, they are all in the realm of faculties. They are not done by Atma. Atma is not karta. Atma is not karta. Atma is, that's all. To be is different from to be doing. They don't get on, they're not synonyms. To be and to do. To be and to be doing are not synonyms. Hey Rama. Doing happens, being ever there. Therefore, this entire karma and upasana is in the realm of the faculties, the realm of the thought, the realm of the embodiment, in the realm of the jiva. All actions and their results and all the upasanas and their results are all taking place in the realm of body and senses and the thought. I don't want to repeat, I don't want to say every time in the realm of the body, sense and thought. I say thought. Because what stands in contrast to the truth is only thought. Thought. Thought is born, whereas Atma is. Atma is. Therefore, all these karmas and upasanas happen in the realm of thoughts. What about Atma? When somebody says Atma meditates, no. Vakshatihi dhyayati va lelayati va iti atmakartrikatva abhavam vistarataha shashte. Great vakya ji. Isko samjhana bada. In the 6th, meaning in this Upanishad, in the 4th adhyaya, there are 2 adhyayas in Brihadaranyaka which have gone already. What is useful for us is only, what is first here is actually the 3rd. So when it says the 6th adhyaya, it means the 4th adhyaya in this particular book. It is Vakshati, it is going to be said. Vakshatihi. This Upanishad is going to say in the 4th adhyaya, what is it going to say? Dhyayati iva. Atma only looks to think, it doesn't think. Atma's nature is only ease. Does silence move? Does silence vibrate, ji? Nice to hear. Please tell me, does silence vibrate? Sound can vibrate. Can silence vibrate? By the same logic. Silence doesn't have vibes. Sound may have vibes. People always say, I went there, it gives me nice vibes. It's all your subjective stuff. Yes, I don't believe it. It's all deceptive.
Swami said you are vibrating.
It's a kuch nahi ji. You have to just, first day you say good vibes, next day it's not the same. All subjective ji. I tell you, it's always better to call bluff. There is no such a thing called good vibrations and bad vibrations. It's all subjective. If somebody is humble and talks to you nicely in a humility, then it says good vibrations. If he becomes argumentative about it, if he just cuts you, if he says what you are saying is wrong, then you will say bad vibration. What is all this? Therefore, silence doesn't vibrate. Sound vibrates. Clear? Atma looks to think, otherwise it doesn't think. It is. So if Atma looks to think, that is a situation of ignorance. That is only the realm of appearance. If I look to myself, if I look to be a thinker, it is a realm of my appearance. If I look to be unhappy, it is a realm of my appearance. If I look to be a man or a woman, etc., it's a realm of my appearance. That is why the 4th chapter of this Upanishad says, Dhyayati Iva. It only looks to think. It only looks to think. Lelayati Iva. It only looks to move. Physically it looks to move. Mentally it looks to think. It looks to be a thinker. Truth looks a thinker. Not truth is a thinker. Haji. Truth is a thinker now. Truth is, when it defines what is truth, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. It doesn't say Iva. Satyam Iva, Jnanam Iva, Anantam Iva, Brahma. It doesn't say Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. It is Brahma. But as a thinker, truth looks the thinker. Therefore, every thinker status, whether it is a human being or a cow or a bird, they all look like thinkers. Means what? They also have their own rudimentary thought. That is called thinker. Thinker here it doesn't mean really a thinking person. वो नहीं है. Thinker means entertaining a thought. Here thinker does not mean a thinking person, etc. What is it? He looks. If truth only looks to think, then what is it actually? It is peace. Truth is peace. Looks a thinker. Is peace. Looks a feeler. Is peace. Looks an actor. Is peace. Looks a walker. Is peace. Looks a talker. Yes. Therefore, Dhyayati iva. That dhyayati ke liye, that dhyayati iva means negation of thought in the truth. Truth exists without thought. Lelayati iva means it only looks to be an actor, but he is not an actor. Iti atma kartrikatva abhavam. That the Atma is free from kartritvam. Vistarataha Shashte Vakshati. Vistarataha, very elaborately. Shashte in the 6th chapter. In the 6th chapter it will elaborately say that Atma is free from thought and action. Thought doesn't qualify the self, action doesn't qualify the self. It exists without thought. Thought is not one of its qualities. It's exactly like this, Ji. Sound is not a property of silence. Not a property of silence. Sound may take place in silence, get registered in silence and disappear into silence, but it is not a property of silence. It is a realm of avidya. It is a realm of appearance. It is a realm of ignorance. It is not the realm of the truth. It is not the realm of the nature of the truth. Okay, Swamiji, what do you want to say? Therefore, all actions and upasanas are in the realm of thought, ignorance, appearance. Atma is not the karta of any karma. Atma is not the karta of any upasana. Yiha picha adhyayante. Here also, towards the end of this adhyaya, upasamharishyati, it will conclude. Avyakritadi kriyakaraka phalajatam. Here also, this particular first chapter that we have begun is going to conclude that the entire creation, both manifest and unmanifest, has got only 3 details. Avyakritadi kriyakaraka phalajatam. What are they? Kriya, Karaka, Phalajatam. Very beautiful, Ji, if you can understand this. This entire creation is only, it is a realm of actions and thoughts and all that is related to them. Like going is a Kriya. And all that facilitates that Kriya, like feet, the doer, the agent of action, the object of action, the means of action, the purpose of action. Understand, all this is all called karakas. All that is related to action is called karaka. Action means kriya. All the factors related to kriya are called karaka. Action is kriya. So what is this creation? Kriya, Karaka. And once an action is done, it has a result. Phala. Bas, itna hi hai. Kriya, Karaka, Phala, Jatam, Samuham. It is the realm of actions. It is a realm of thoughts and actions. Even thoughts are actions. It is a realm of thoughts and actions and all that is related to them, plus their result. And the result is always in the form of Sukham and Dukkham. There is no variety. The variety boils down to only 2. Sukham or Dukkham. Suppose you get lot of money, don't think that is the fruit. Fruit is yet to come. Pata nahi usse kya Sukha milega ya Dukha milega. Until it comes, supposing suddenly you get lot of money, estate, वगैरह वगैरह. Don't think that is a fruit. No. Fruit is still brewing. And when it becomes really Sukham in your mind, that is Sukham. When it ends up in Dukkham, that is Phalam is always in the form of, I like this. Goals cannot be more than two. Sukham and Dukkham. Whatever you do. You don't enjoy an object outside, you only enjoy a pleasant thought. You don't enjoy an object. You have a beautiful house. Supposing you like it, there is a pleasant thought that way. Supposing, in one corner, acha nahi hai. And you're all the time, why did they leave? Why did they do it like this here? They should have done like that. Why did they do it like this? And you are cribbing. Are you enjoying the building? You are only suffering an unpleasant thought. We only enjoy pleasant thoughts. We only suffer unpleasant thoughts. Objects we never enjoy. There is no such a thing called enjoying objects. Even though we say objects, but object has to become sukha vritti in my mind. Object must become a sukha vritti in my mind. Then it becomes enjoyed. And it becomes dukkha vritti, then it is enjoyed. You see, there is an example, two business partners, they expected about 5 lakhs profit, some number, some figure. Okay? One person expected 5 lakhs. The other person expected only 1 lakh. And they got profit 3 lakhs. So the one who expected 5 lakhs is unhappy. The one who expected 1 lakh is very happy. Profit remaining the same. One is happy, the other is unhappy. Then what are you enjoying? The external or internal? Only a thought, that's all. I tell you, what we enjoy are our thoughts, not the objects. If you know how to entertain pleasant thoughts, you can make yourself happy. If you are all the time entertaining funny thoughts, cribbing, ऐसा क्यों है, छोड़ो जी. In fact, you get the best thoughts in your mind when your topic in your mind is the truth. There is no other way. You can't engineer good thoughts. Good thoughts happen when the topic is the truth. There is no institution in which to learn how to entertain good thoughts. All thoughts become good thoughts when the topic in life is the truth. When you love your children, every thought that you think about them will be good anyway. Fundamentally, you have love for them. You can't think a bad thought. Similarly, in life, the topic is the truth, then everything will be good. It doesn't matter. Truth is all important, the rest are all what. Supposing you want to get the best pleasure from the world, then you will be most unhappy. If you want to extract the best pleasures from the object, then you want them to be the way you want them. You expect them. You try to put them, arrange them in a way that you like to see them. And every moment your likes change, and you are all the time arranging, rearranging, arranging and rearranging, and in the process you get so tired and irritated and so unhappy. That is why every materially perfectionist, the one who wants to be a perfectionist in material terms will be very unhappy, because you can't achieve perfection. Reasonable, ठीक है जी, but then this If a person says, I must go on enhancing my happiness by enhancing the material perfection, he is in for trouble. Because the truth is, there is no perfection outside, there is only a truth which is perfect. I think so. Before the people come for the party, things are all spick and span. All dining tables are all very nicely well clothed. Everything is in order. So you feel a moment of pleasure. A material perfection is. Both ananda hai sab. And when they leave, everything is, and then you go and say, you get irritated. Then you start shouting at the servant, jaldi jaldi isko nikalo, theek kar do, ye kar do, getting irritated. Why? He can't see any disorder. He wants to see order. Therefore, if you really depend upon too much of an order, you will only make yourself unhappy, yes. Even though we all need some kind of order, but then you can't bank on mere external order. Ihapi cha dhyayante upasamharishyati avyakritadi kriyakaraka phalajatam. I think I have conveyed, please understand. All the manifest. Kriya means action. Karaka means all that is related. Phala means either sukham or dukkham. And that sukham and dukkham are not in the form of, there are no pleasant and unpleasant objects. There are only pleasant and unpleasant thoughts. Bas. I'm telling you. There are no pleasant. Suppose you go to Masuri, it is very nice. But if you don't like, then where is the pleasant? In fact, if you like something, that is pleasant. In fact, your likes are pleasant to you, your dislikes are unpleasant to you. Bas. Therefore, what you enjoy are your own likes. And what you dislike are your own dislikes. Suffer or dislike. But anyway, it's a very important thing. Understand, there are no sukha vishayas or dukkha vishayas. There are only sukha vrittis and dukkha vrittis. I think so. This topic is over. These names and forms, this realm of actions and karakas and the fruit. Sometimes it is manifest, sometimes it is unmanifest, but it doesn't qualify the truth. Truth is free from actions, karakas, fruits. In deep sleep state, there are no actions, there are no means of actions, there are no fruits of actions. There are no actions, means of actions, fruits of actions. What is this creation? Actions, means of actions, fruits of actions. Man goes on doing actions by various means of action and gets the fruits of action, sukham and dukkham. And this is one topic, but what I am going to tell you now is these names and forms are only three kinds. Trayam va idam nama rupam karma. Trayam va idam nama rupam karma. This creation is threefold: name, form and action. Movement, action. This world is, creation is nothing but name and form. Why? Form means, form is a form, sound is also a form. Taste, touch, an object of taste is a form, an object of touch is a form, an object of smell is a form, an object of sight is a form, an object of sound is a form. The word form is used not in contrast to the sound, form is used in contrast to Atma, the formless. Creation is a form in contrast to the truth, the formless. Form is not to be taken in contrast to the sound or taste. At one place भाष्यकार है समझाने से लोग नहीं समझते हैं, बिना समझा के कहाँ समझेंगे। ये समझाने से नहीं समझ। Man always looks at a form as distinct from sound, taste and touch and smell. That's wrong. Form. The entire creation is form. In contrast to formless, the truth. Yes. Nama. It has Gauna Ekatvam with form. The entire language is only meant to describe the form, not the formless. Name and form go together. Language describes the form. Language cannot describe the formless. Say, what is creation? Name, form and kriya, action. Are you able to follow? Karma. Trayam va yidam nama rupam karma iti avidya vishayam. And this is the realm of ignorance. What Bhashyamji? This realm of name and form and action is the realm of avidya. Avidya means ignorance. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of the formless, the nameless, the kriyaless. The ignorance of the self triggers non-understanding of the Atma, leads to the misunderstanding of the same Atma as name, form and karma. Iti avidya vishayam avyakritat tuyat param. One is vyakritam, the other is avyakritam. I want you to see, it is said avyakritam transcends vyakritam. Avyakritam is greater than vyakritam. It is said. The potentiality of the name and form is always there, though the expression begins and ends. Because if I go into all those details, you will be tired. In fact, Vyakritam and Avyakritam also have Gauna Ekam. Meaning both cannot be broken off from each other. Because you only infer Avyakritam from the point of view of the Vyakritam. There is no Anubhava of Avyakritam. Avyakritam is not experienced, is inferred. If there is a recurrence of a thought, then definitely it must have been remained unmanifest. In this manner, it must have been it must have remained unmanifest is an inference. In sleep we don't experience, now I am experiencing the name and form as unmanifest. There is no reference to name and form. Neither one feels the manifest name and form, nor does one feel the potentiality of the name and form. But anyway, the Shastra does talk about like this. It doesn't matter at all. The unmanifest is greater than the manifest, whereas truth is greater than the unmanifest. That is said here. Avyakritat tuyat param. Even what is greater than the unmanifest form. Paramatmakyam, called Paramatma, Vidya Vishayam is the topic for understanding. Paramatma is the topic for understanding. Manifest universe is Avidya Vishayam. Vyakrita Prapancha, Vyakrita means Avidya Vishayam. Avyakritam also is Avidya Vishayam. And what is above Avyakritam, the Paramatma is Vidya Vishayam. One is Avidya Vishayam, this is Vidya Vishayam. It's a realm of ignorance. That is a realm to be understood, a reality to be understood. Anama Rupa Karmatvakam. And what is this reality that is a matter for understanding? Anama Rupa Karmatmakam. Anama Rupa Karmatmakam. It is free from Nama, Rupa and Karma. Anama Rupa Karmatmakam. Neti Neti Ti. And it is always conveyed as free from Nama Rupa. Neti Neti Ti. Itara Pratyakyanena. By way of excluding the name and form from the Paramatma, it is conveyed. Paramatma is conveyed by way of excluding the name and form from it. Paramatma is always conveyed as free from name and form. Neti neti iti itara pratyakyanena means by way of refute, correcting the name and Pratyakyanena upasamharishyati prithak. At the end of this adhyaya, this particular chapter towards the end is going to say that Vyakritam has beginning and end. Greater than Vyakritam is Avyakritam, and still greater than Avyakritam is Paramatma. Vyakritam and Avyakritam is a matter for Avidya, whereas Paramatma is a matter for Vidya, and that Paramatma is conveyed by way of excluding the name and form from it, by showing that the name and form are false. Thus this chapter will be concluding on that note of conveying the Paramatma as free from name and form. So if that is the thing, then all these karmas and upasanas are in the realm of only the indriya, in the realm of thought, avidya. Therefore Paramatma is not a karta. Paramatma is not a karta. Truth is not the doer, truth only is. The feeling that I am a doer is due to knowledge. Therefore, even when you feel I am doing this, I am doing that, that is the realm of avidya. Therefore, the sanskara is very beautiful. One has to slowly grow in sanskara, right sanskara. One doesn't have to constantly dwell on what one is doing and not what one is not doing. One should constantly register. The more fundamental fact about myself is I am. Existence is more real about myself, not actions, vinaya. And the more you dwell on the being, the less, then you have no scope for false humility or false ego. Because the more you dwell upon what you have done and what you have not done and what you can do, it creates what? Conflicts. Existing comparison statement. He has done so much, I have done so little. He has gained so much, I have gained so little. Therefore, in the realm of karma, there are comparisons. In the realm of phalam, there are comparisons. And in the realm of comparisons, you have depressions. But if you look at yourself as existence, is it not possible to think of oneself as existent? I am is more fundamental than I do. Thus the sanskara, Vedanta sanskara is different. Vedanta sanskara is asatoma sadgamaya, that is Vedanta sanskara. Moving from kartritvam to akartritvam. Presence. Our existence is more in the form of a presence. The more we dwell on doings, the more we dwell on doings, the more we dwell on doings, the more we assert our kartritvam. And that is a bad sanskara. In terms of Vedanta sanskara, it is not a good sanskara, ji. You see, one is dharmic sanskara, the other is Vedanta sanskara. Very difficult to convey. Are you able to follow? Satya kahana is a different sanskara, to be honest, is a different sanskara, to be a good person. So goodness, sanskara. A good sanskara is different from a wise sanskara. A good sanskara is different. Satya bolna, jhoot nahi bolna, vagara. This is all what? Dharmic sanskara. But for a Vedanti, he doesn't have to unnecessarily work for good sanskara, he should work for wise sanskara. Look at yourself as a mere presence rather than doer. Discovering it will take time, but then it doesn't matter at all. But I should really make a beginning. I have to shift from looking at myself as a mere doer instead of looking at myself as a doer, I should recognize myself as a silent presence. That's all. Doing is done, presence is not done. You see? Doing is done, presence is not done, presence is always there. Your being the witness of the dream is not done. The beginning of the dream is done, we can say. The dream is done. Your being aware of it is not done. In fact, you don't become aware of it. Use the passive voice. Dream gets illumined. Dream gets illumined in your light. Not that you are making an effort to see it. In fact, you are not even a seer, you are only a sight. In relation to something else, you call it seer. It's a trijanta. Otherwise, you are only a sight. You are only awareness. But in relation to a form, you look like aware of. Awareness looks like aware of. Sight looks like seer of. Drishti looks like drashta of. Drishti looks like drashta of. Therefore, another thing that helps you is I am, and everything gets illuminated in a way, rather than I am illuminated. Don't use the active voice. It will take years to switch. It will torture you if you are a serious thinker. I am a seer will torture you. Will not make much breakthrough. I am only aware. Everything else, the objects get known in me. Water is, the waves get supported. Not that the water does the job of supporting. Even if you say it doesn't matter, but a problem aa jata hai this. If you are serious, only that problems come. If you are not a serious, तो कोई problem ही नहीं है, कैसे भी करो. अगर समझना चाहते हैं तभी प्रॉब्लम होती है. चलते रहो, कोई प्रॉब्लम. I have seen all these deeds. बहुत स्थानों में देखा है. Therefore, itara pratyakhyānena upasamharishyati prithak yastu vāgādi samāhāra upādi parikalpita sansāri atma. Just next point. Vāgādi samāhāra upādi parikalpitaha. Very beautiful. You know, embodiment is not one detail, it's many details put together. It's called samahara. Embodiment is, there are eyes, there are all countable details. Countless countable details. Countless details. This embodiment is countless details. One detail goes out of order, problem comes. You may be a Brahmajnani, but supposing your blood doesn't reach your brain, then you will suffer, because as long as you have the upadhi, and if something goes wrong with that upadhi, you will suffer, yes. Prarabdha. Prarabdha. You may feel the disorder of it. Therefore, what is embodiment? It is not one detail, it is many put together. That is why it is called samahara. Another word for it is sanghata. A great word, sanghata, an aggregate. What is this life? It is sanghata. What is this life? Samahara. It is an aggregate of many things. My goodness, how many kinds of doctors are there? Eye specialist, ear specialist, ear lobe specialist, left nose specialist, right nose specialist. Oh my goodness, so many specialists, heart specialist, liver specialist, pancreas specialist. Why? Because this body embodiment is made of many details, and all these details put together are called samahara. Who is a jiva? Vāgādi samahara upadhi parikalpita. These various details are called upadhi. Upadhi means they look to condition the truth without actually conditioning the truth. Aram se suniye. That is the definition of an upadhi. What is close to the truth looks to condition it without being able to condition it. But if it can make the truth look conditioned, the job is done. क्या हो गया? Therefore, upadhi parikalpitaha. Parikalpitaha means created. Who is a jiva? A jiva is one who is born of this upadhi. The truth itself in identification with the body looks like a jiva. The status of the jiva is false, I am telling you. That jivatvam is false. So and so ness is false. It doesn't exist. Only the truth exists. The being exists. And that being is not so and so being. Jiva can be discerned from other jivas. Can you discern? One word can be discerned from another word. Can you discern silence from another silence? बहुत बड़ी बात है. Where there is no second to be discerned from, that is the truth. That cannot be described as so and so being. So and so individual is false. And the truth which cannot be called so and so is the truth. That is why when you lose the body, this life's identity is gone. And who takes the next life? It is the truth that assumes another body. Yes, another individuality comes. Another individuality look comes. Within ignorance it goes on assuming another form, another form, another form, another form. As an individual, when you transcend the body in deep sleep state, as an individual, as Mr. So-and-so, where are you? Kahan hai ya? In a waking state, you are Mr. So-and-so. You are so-and-so person ji. You have a name, you have a form, you have a social status, vagera, vagera. And you fall asleep. Where are you? You don't exist. I don't exist. You exist as Paramatma, not as Jiva. It's gone, dissolves, lie ho gaya. That is why who is a Jiva? Kalpita. Kalpita. By what? Upadi parikalpita. What is the Upadi? Vagadi samahara upadi parikalpita. This Jiva is a creation out of Upadi. Vagadi samahare samaya samkare. Who is he? Sansari Atma, the struggling self. Tamcha, and us Jivatma ko Vagadi samahara pakshapatinameva darshayishyati. Very beautiful. Towards the end of this adhyaya, this Shruti is going to show that this Jivatma is to be bracketed with the realm of the name and form. This Jivatma who is born of name and form has to be bracketed with the name and form. Why? It says, Etebhyo bhutebhyaha samudthaya tanyeva anuvinashyati iti. Very nice chief. You can underline this, you can memorize this. Etebhyaha bhutebhyaha samudthaya. Having abandoned this body and thought, this name and form, these elements, when I abandon this name, these elements called the body, when I abandon this body of elements, samudthaya tanyeva anuvinashyati. As an individual, having left the body, I don't travel anywhere. Having left the body, I perish with it. As an individual, Mr. So and so ness perishes with the body. Then what continues? Continues is Atma. The not Parikalpita continues. Parikalpita perishes with the body. Aparikalpita continues. Therefore, which Atma has continuity? Only truth looks. When the same truth takes body after body, that truth part, the aparikalpita Atma has continuity. That parikalpita identity perishes. Identity perishes. Truth. Therefore, this particular identity for which you have attachment has no meaning, because this particular identity comes to an end. As so and so, every day you look into the mirror and say, I look like this, and there is a particular identity. It's entire shell that we carry. I have a particular look, particular name. I always put on a particular dress, and I have a social status. This entire thing, what happens to it? आदमी मर जाता है, कहाँ जाता है? Does he carry that? If a politician dies, He's got larger than life size image. Does he carry it? कुछ नहीं कैरी, हमको तो कैरी करने वाला कौन नहीं जी. दैट इज वाई यहाँ पर हमको एक अच्छा वाक्य मिल रहा है. जब मर जाएंगे वो क्या ले जाते हैं, क्योंकि ले जाने वाला नहीं है, क्योंकि इसलिए स्वयं को ले जाया जाता है. The one who dies ले जाता है या ले जाया जाता है? He doesn't carry anything because he is carried. He is carried ji. क्या? That is why life is sacred, so sacred, because it can help you to understand the akalpita truth. One doesn't have to live just to die. I don't think really that's a big aim in life. Live enough, live long enough before you die. ऐसा कुछ नहीं क्या? Before I die, if I can ask even once a serious question, what is this death and birth? What are we? I think, yes, his life is fulfilled. Seriously, yes. What is this life? To be alive means to be aware. What is it? Ultimately, to be alive ultimately means to be aware. And therefore, etebhyah bhutebhyah samudhyaya tanyeva anuvinashyati iti tasmat, therefore, now we are concluding, don't worry. Tasmat yukta, therefore it is very logical. Vagadinameva jnana karma kartritva phala prapti vivaksha, therefore the entire karma vyavahara and upasana vyavahara is in the realm of the senses, in the realm of the thought, in the realm of the embodiment. It doesn't transcend embodiment. It is not in the realm of the truth. Karmas and upasanas are there only in the realm of the ignorance about the truth, but not in the realm of the truth. One is the realm of ignorance about the truth, the realm of the error about the truth, the realm of the creation, the erroneous appearance in the truth. And the other is the realm of the truth. Sansara exists in the realm of ignorance about the truth. Sansara doesn't exist in the realm of the truth. भ्रांति में संसार है, वस्तु में संसार नहीं है. ये सारी बातें आपको कौन सी रिलीजन से मिलता है जी? कौन सी कल्ट से मिलता है? If you go to Africa and read all those, some things are written there. Do you have all these things? They may talk about spirits and all that. They think, when they talk about spirit, you think, it's a great literature. Yes, especially these educated people are all stupid. In Africa, they talk about spirits and gods. What is all that? Man can always imagine all these things. Very, very uninteresting stuff. In fact, those who talk about spirits, they look more spirits than the real spirit. Really, glassy eyes. No, you have all that. No, you have to make up your face, you see. That's why, before they come to the audience, they have a makeup, that particular, what is that called? Beauty salon? And makeup karke, glossy eyes. Look into my eyes. And they come just to put up a show for 5 minutes. curtains are on, audience, you're sitting, and you give darshan for 5 minutes, and then you better exit before the makeup goes. Yes, I am telling you, this is all true. This is all true. You don't think I am making up stories. It is all true. I know. In fact, when I left home, the first thing that I did was call each bluff. These are all bluffs. Shastram is the truth. Vedanta Shastram is the truth. Baki is a bluff. Yes. It is then I said, my God, let me improve my Sanskrit. Immediately I made effort to improve my Sanskrit. There is nothing in this world, no individual can help you except the Shastra. Go into this beautiful literature. That is the time when I work day and night to improve my Sanskrit. People come with their own beard. Bhagavan. And what do you say? A few words. Curtains band again. And then the one who is sitting behind, like Bhagavan, he gives darshan, and the others say, Bhagavan ji, curtains. Chalo bhai, thoda chai le aao. Bhagavan ko chai pina hai abhi. I'm telling you, this world, if the world is a bluff in Bhagavan, and what happens in the world is man's bluff. I'm telling you. If Bhagavan can really bluff about himself, can't man? वो तो परंपरा तो चलना ही है. ये तो परंपरा चलना है. Keep making. Therefore, please understand. All these, one is the realm of avidya, the other is the realm of the vastu. These beautiful things are said only in Vedanta Shastram, nowhere in the world. There is no cult. There is no God-man who talks about all this. Don't think there is no God-man. What is this God-man? There is only man. God-man. What is God-man? What is this God-man? They say God-man. If somebody were to say, tell me, Swamiji, you are also God-man, I would simply say, please don't do that. I am no different from all of you. We are all jivas trying to understand the truth. That is the only truth. Baki sab bluff. Able to follow. There is no God. Neither God-man is the answer, nor man is the answer, nor gods in heaven are the answer. This beautiful Shastram is the answer which talks to you about your truth. Shabda Pramana is the thing. Continue it later on. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, Hari Om, Di 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 Hari Om.
Hari Om.